Thank you for listening to Dads Doing Nerd Shit, a podcast of three dads who talk about the shit that they're interested in. A quick disclaimer, we're not experts. You shouldn't take our advice. If you do, that's your own damn fault. Don't say we didn't warn you. We're biased to our own opinions. Surprising, right? We don't get paid to do this. Nonetheless, get paid to have somebody else's opinion. Last but not least, if you haven't noticed, we swear. A lot. So if our language makes you shit your panties, then maybe you should hit the skip button and move along. Obviously, we want you to stay and listen, but that's the way we are. Anyway, with that bullshit out of the way, how about you roll the dice? How about you roll the dice and join us as we discuss the things we love and the culture around being a nerd.
Hey, Dusty, can you just say roll the dice for me?
We're just going to roll the dice. Roll the dice. I don't think I can ever say that properly. Like, I think I had it good for a while, and now it's just
roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice. Anyways, so we had a meeting this week, and we've decided we're not scheduling anything anymore because we like the flow of things everywhere. When we just let our nerd wander.
Yeah, just doing the balls nerd dance.
Yep.
Balls swinging one way, nerds swinging the other.
Nerd deep.
So anyways, I'm Jim.
Just the nerd. And I'm Matt.
And I'm Dusty.
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 Roll the dice.
Roll the... See, now.
See, now
roll
we need
dice.
like a fucked up, like weird, like maybe evil looking version of the leprechaun from Lucky Charms. You know what I mean?
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
But it's like fat bastard version of him, maybe. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Reebs. Have you guys watched The Pentaverant yet? The new Mike Myers movie on Netflix?
I watched the first 2 episodes of it, and it was so dumb. I couldn't.
No?
Have you watched the whole thing, Matt?
No, I haven't watched any of it yet.
Oh, man. Get through the first couple episodes, and it gets weirder and crazier and more stupid. Like, it literally is Austin Powers meets the Love Guru meets
that doesn't
little
bode
bit
well.
Well, the Russian. Oh my God, the Russian. It's so funny,
dude. Like, you guys have seen So I Married an Axe Murderer, right?
I actually haven't. I've always wanted. I know. I've always wanted to. I used to walk by it when they actually had video stores. I'd walk by it and go, "Man, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch it," and I just never ended up doing it.
Man,
I want to though.
Fuck, Dusty, you better put that on the list for this weekend.
I have Dragon Ball to watch this weekend, so.
Well, when you show up in fucking Dragon Ball, motherfucker, you better be like, you know what? I watched So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Let me get through Prey first.
Okay, Prey's pretty dope. I watched that.
I'm about maybe 30 minutes into it, so.
I will say, I'm sure you guys have seen the memes. That doesn't really spoil anything, but it's bringing the Predator back to its roots. Mm-hmm. Right, this movie is the most like the original Predator movie we got with Arnold and, what's his first name? Carl Weathers. Is it Carl Weathers? No. Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No, not Carl Weathers. Apollo Creed. Damn it.
Oh, I don't know.
Is that Carl Weathers? Anyway, yeah, the first Predator. We'll get to the chopper. That one. I can't believe I forgot his name because I love that guy. Anyway, but Prey is great, dude, and there is
Carl Weathers.
It's Carl Weathers.
It was Carl Weathers. Okay, my bad. Fucking A. Anyway. The callbacks. Sorry, my brain farted out.
No, you're good.
The callbacks in Prey are fantastic. If you're a fan, I've always loved the Predator series.
Wouldn't they be call forwards?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you have a callback
More or less.
If it's?
Well, I mean, come on, it's it's the prequel thing. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just a callback to the, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Fair enough.
things like that. One of my favorites is a huge spoiler, but I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. And it's absolutely awesome. And it ties in Predator 2.
Really?
Yep. In the coolest fucking way, too, man.
That's
like,
gnarly.
dude, I was like, when we finished that, I was like, Val, I have to show you this part of Predator 2.
Right.
And she was like, no shit. And I was like, how fucking crazy is that? That's so awesome. So cool. So fucking cool.
I have to ask, and just say yes or no. Is it like the bedroom scene?
The bedroom scene?
Yeah. Remember where they go up into the penthouse and all those bodies are hanging from the ceiling?
No.
Okay.
No. There are a few things that you'll be like, what the fuck? That are pretty interesting, but no, it's nothing nearly that graphic. Like, there is gore, do not get me wrong. Things happen and it's awesome. But no, the danger of humans, right? Like, the big complaint is, oh, how could this girl kill a predator? Because obviously just watching the trailer, you know it's going to fucking happen, right?
Right.
And it's not the strength of humanity. It's our ingenuity, our ability to adapt to situations, adapt to a predator, to a creature trying to kill us, and overcome that creature. That's what Dutch did in the first Predator movie. He adapted and overcame that fucking first predator, you know? Right. And I don't know. I think what they did with Prey was fucking awesome too, because the Native American angle was fantastic. Mm-hmm. So
I'm looking forward to that whole situation. I really am.
Good,
I think it's going to be awesome.
And I'm interested to see where they take Predator, because like, we still don't know much. I know Marvel recently acquired the rights to the Predator comic books. And I guess the comic books are going to explore the species a little bit more.
More of the lore behind it all?
Sure, because we get to see a little bit of it in AVP, Requiem, the second one, which I think people shit on too much. I think the issue that, I don't even remember who the fuck made those movies, but that the production company fell into was that they tried to make the humans spend too much time on the humans when we wanted to see the aliens.
Right. We want the aliens.
Yeah. So, like, we don't give a fuck. The human element is fine. And in Requiem, you got the strong soldier and the strong heroine, right? In one character. And they tried to, I think that was the failing of both AVPs, is they tried to capitalize on the great things of both Aliens and Predator. And they failed miserably at it as far as the human element.
I think, at least for me, when I was watching the second one, I had an inkling that Aliens and Predator were set in the same universe. But it wasn't until, spoilers, the end of the second Predator where they're in the ship and you see the collection.
Dude, I remember that was one of the biggest crossovers when we were kids.
Absolutely.
Was the fact that the fucking Predator on the ship in Predator 2 had a xenomorph skull. That shit. And that's like viral level nerddom. Like, that spread so quickly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And that was before the internet.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? But I think with AVP, they should have negated the human aspect and just went straight Alien Predator.
But they don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be subtitled as the aliens speak to each other and shit.
And even if they do, you know what I mean? It could all be telepathic. But then you also have, the predators that speak in clicks and clacks. I'm not going to lie. I would probably sit through a 2-hour clickety-clack movie just to see some badassery.
I enjoy what they do.
Predator.
I would like to see a Predator movie where the Predator wins.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, my bad. Spoilers again.
We knew it was going to happen.
Right. The Predator's not going to fucking win. Like, and yeah, I haven't seen I mentioned this before we started, Predator with Olivia Munn and that whole cast. And there's no real particular reason I haven't seen it other than, I heard the director was a toucher, and that's fucked up. So
I didn't even know that was a movie until I was looking into it last week, and I saw something mentioned about Predators, and I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. Well, see,
but there's a redundant joke in there for you.
Huh.
Did you get it?
Well,
did you get it? Sorry. Too soon.
Well, the Predator and Predators are different movies.
Right, like
yes.
Aliens.
The Predators is the one with fucking Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody?
Yeah, he's supposed to be some big tough Marine, and he weighs 160 pounds soaking wet.
Right.
He's even running with the fucking AA-12 auto shotgun, and I'm like, dude, that's got to be like a 30 gauge shotgun, right? Like,
Steve Rogers pre-Captain America looked buff.
Dude, now that would be like Disney, take the plunge and just do it. Just give us a fucking straight up Marvel vs. Predators hunting down the fucking Avengers.
That
I would go see that movie in the theater multiple times. Just
it would
make
be
sure
like a 5-minute movie.
Nah,
because of course the Avengers.
The Predator has to win sometime, right? But which one? Because the Predator might kill a bunch of them. The Predator's going to know he's got to hit Tony.
Are we going with MCU Avengers?
Mm-hmm.
Like starting lineup?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Iron Man's going to kick ass. Thor's going to kick ass.
He's coming.
Well,
I mean, he doesn't need to know they're coming. He's got Jarvis.
Right. But
I mean, everything about that suit is a Predator destroyer. Because he could just input something, and he's already got infrared, and he could see the Predators, no problem.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Thor, on the other hand, I don't know. I think he could die from a Predator. Might take a couple Predators. Well, how did he die in the comics?
Interesting to watch. He never has.
He has. Because
he dies of old age.
Yeah. He either retires or dies of old age.
Yeah, King Thor just died, just like Odin does, eventually.
Please
hold.
You're
remembering something from Civil War where Thor left and Tony created a robot named Ragnarok. But Thor was just gone during that period because they didn't know what to do with him.
Well, the reason why I asked that is because in the Civil War comics, they have Thor, and they mention that Thor died, but the Thor that they have is a clone. So that's...
I totally just said all of that.
It's
a robot that Tony Stark created called Ragnarok.
Right.
And
so anyways.
Thor, they don't say that Thor is dead. They say that he's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fair enough.
It's
Hulk, been a while since I've read it.
If we're going MCU Hulk.
The Hulk?
Depends on how many Predators there are.
I'm saying we've got, so let's say we have as many Predator as there are members of the Avenger. So 5 to 6 Predators.
Okay. If they all gang up on Hulk?
5 Predators are taking Hulk down.
Yeah. Because it's not like, he's not the comic book Hulk where the more hurt and pissed off he gets, the bigger and stronger he gets.
Right. He's supposed to be.
Right. Hawkeye?
Not anymore. Hawkeye's fucked.
Hawkeye's fucked.
Hawkeye and Natasha are going to be the first 2 deaths because they're just going to be like, and fuck these guys. Pew, pew.
Right.
Send the youngest of the troop to go get him.
Captain America.
That's going to be a dope one-on-one Cap.
He's going to take one out, but I think the second one's going to get him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's going to, I can do this all day, and they're just going to fucking blast a hole through his forehead.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll detonate their wrist nukes.
Their what?
They'll detonate they'll detonate their wrist nukes.
Yeah. Oh there's a callback to that crazy Indian in fucking the first Predator that I was like, oh my God, that's fucked up.
Really?
So
that's cool.
You guys know that dude had to have bodyguards so he wouldn't beat people up?
What?
That actor, had bodyguards on set so that he wouldn't fuck with other people because he was really as crazy as he was in the fucking movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than responding to a different name, that dude was that fucked.
Yeah.
That's
Good
crazy.
to know.
Speaking of fucked up dudes in Predator movies, Johnny Lewis, who was in AVP Requiem, the second Alien vs. Predator, and he was Half-Sack in Sons of Anarchy. Man, I was just scrolling through some videos on Facebook, and I came across this one talking about what happened to that fucking dude. Holy shit, man.
Dude.
And they're not really sure if it was, kind of like a potential Chris Benoit situation where it was traumatic brain injuries.
Yeah.
Caused this dude to go crazy. But like one day, allegedly he was in a motorcycle accident.
That's
suffered
what they
minor
head up to.
Yep. Minor head injury, but nothing serious. And then by, I think it's, 2017, he fucking flipped out, beat the shit out of this nice old lady in Los Angeles, and like just started beating on this dude across the street out of fucking nowhere. And then they said his death was accidentally fell off the roof of the joint. But he just went nuts. And so he left Sons of Anarchy, though. So Half-Sack was a great character.
Really good
in
character.
Sons of Anarchy. But he left because he said the show was becoming too violent. And then that's how the dude goes out. And I'm like, that is so fucking, like, that's a seriously tragic story, man. Like, holy fuck. Like, you leave a show because you're like, you know what, this biker show that I joined where they've killed a bunch of people already is too violent. And then you go out in the most violent and heinous way a human being could. It's crazy.
Right.
But they're not 100% sure if it was untreated mental illness.
Right.
The onset later in life. Or a traumatic brain injury from that motorcycle accident. And it's just like, man, I don't ever remember hearing about that. Like, that was kept pretty quiet.
I remember hearing about it shortly after I got into SOA, which I think was season 5 or 6. So it was well after, because he died in 2009, I believe it was, which was like, no, I'm sorry, 2012. But I think it was like 2017, 2018 when I watched it. And I heard he fell out a window, not fell off a roof. So
yeah, the thing I was reading, what I read after I watched that video, it was accidental. So he was just in the driveway when they found him after he beat the shit out of this carpenter across the street, who was just, he had introduced himself, had been cordial to the neighbors, but the neighbors said it was a weird situation. He was standing outside, like staring at their house for like 30 minutes before he walked up and introduced himself.
Right.
So,
I mean, if somebody's standing outside staring at my house for 30 minutes, I'm going to confront them and be like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'm not a pathologist, but I'm pretty sure the procedure in a situation like that, they're going to take a look at the brain.
For sure.
During the autopsy. And, they would have been they have identified in most situations where it's, a CTE, the injury to the brain from multiple concussions.
Right.
Or one fucking serious one, I guess, could do it. But yeah, man, that shit's crazy. And then I found that took me down a rabbit hole of weird celebrity deaths that I didn't know about. So
there's a lot of them.
The kid from the newer Star Trek, like his Jeep rolled over him. That one was weird.
It didn't roll over. It pinched him, it
squished him between
the Jeep and the
Jeep,
gate.
Yeah. That dude was awesome too. He was in
in
Terminator Salvation.
Yep.
He actually plays a young Kyle Reese. Yep. That was kind of a shitty movie, Terminator Salvation, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I don't think
it was probably the weakest of the Terminator movies.
Like, was it cool to see Arnold's CGI T-800 step out of that machine at the end? Fuck yeah, it was. You know what I mean? But everything else was like,
why do we have to have that fan service?
And we were it was kind of like a Christian Bale burnout at that point.
Mm-hmm.
He had been in Dark Knight, and then, he's John Connor. So, super. We're the Terminators.
So does he redeem himself in Love and Thunder?
What are you talking about?
Christian Bale. Like,
he
put up a good performance?
I never really lost respect for Christian Bale as an actor. He's a fantastic actor. I just don't like his Batman. Right?
Well,
I love him when he's being crazy, dude. American Psycho is one of my favorite fucking movies, man. That movie, like, leaves you so twisted at the end. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know what I mean? And then...
What the fuck?
No, I loved Love and Thunder. It actually comes out in a couple of weeks, August 24th, I believe. It's released on Disney Plus. So it's Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. Odin's Day. Yeah. So
Odin's Day.
So we can fucking talk about that eventually. I really enjoyed it. I definitely, Jim, I would totally say watch it with your kid for sure. It's killer.
Cool.
It's killer. And, there's complaints that people are making about it, but Thor does something, and then they're like, why didn't he do that in Endgame? Because he was younger, motherfucker.
Right.
He grew. He's grown since then, man. But the opening of the movie, oh, man, like, I don't know. That's my favorite. It's my favorite. It's great.
No spoilers.
I'm trying.
Is it as good as Peacemakers?
Nothing will beat that opening dance number in Peacemaker, okay? Dude, and do you know that the band that does the music for the opening number of Peacemaker, a week before Peacemaker debuted, the band got cut from their label, and now they're like one of the biggest unlabeled bands in Sweden.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
because Peacemaker hit, and people were like, oh my God, this is the most insanely stupid, great thing I've ever seen. Like, I watched it every episode. I watched the intro because it's like watching a fucking train, like the most
it's a fucking
ridiculous train wreck. Like, it's like a train wreck full of clowns. You know what I mean? Like, it's
and bouncy balls.
For sure.
And explosive cotton candy. That's it's just so fucked up.
And then for some reason they were smuggling dildos. Kind of like that the cart bit in Jackass.
Yeah,
dude, Peacemaker was great. I can't wait for more of that. John Cena's really hilarious, man. Have you guys watched Cockblockers? I only ever remember seeing the previews for it. Yeah, it's where like John Cena and a few other comedians are parents, and they show up at a party, and the dude's like, "You've never douched a beer bong before." And Cena like tenses up and shoots a bunch of beer in the other dad's face, like from
it's in my mouth.
I want to say me and Jess saw it at some point, but I
haven't been able to find it. Whenever I think about it, I can never find it. But yeah, oh my God, Peacemaker. Are you crying? No, I'm exercising my face.
He's just exercising his face.
And
He's
it's
crying,
so fucking
dumbass.
offensive. Like, be ready.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it is like the most offensive thing I've watched in years. And it's heinously funny.
It is. It is, though. But
here's one thing I got from Peacemaker. I can totally identify a dye beard.
Yes.
And I will, we had one come into my store, and Noah, who you guys have met, I was like, that was a fucking dye beard. Fucking
like
dye beard.
Somebody who dyes their beard?
Yep. It's gray and they dye it a different color. Bro, you wouldn't think it would stand out. Dude, it's
because it's all one color.
Pronounced. Right. It's weird, man. It looks really weird, and one of my favorite bits.
Did I ever tell you about the guy? Speaking of dye beard, did I ever tell you about the guy that I have dealt with in the past when I was working at a different job? I swear he used shoe polish on his head to make his hair look full. I ever tell you about that?
Dude, that's like those 80s infomercials. Like
yeah,
you spray your hair on and fucking...
Yeah. Well...
my wife loves it.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Okay. So this guy literally looked like he spray painted or like brushed on shoe polish, black shoe polish.
Man.
And I was talking to my counterpart at the time. I was like, dude, does he not realize how bad this looks? He goes, you should tell him. I go, I'm not going to fucking tell him. You tell him.
I mean, so then, we'll never know.
Yeah. Well, because I said, and the guy had a ring on, so I would assume he was married. And I was like, don't you ever think his wife would look at him and just be like, hun, it's just not doing it for you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But then he actually came back about a month and a half later, and it was like July, August, and it was all just running down his face.
No way.
Dude, I could not keep a straight face.
Were you like, your hair is in your face?
Your hair is melting. I had to keep my composure and just here you go, be on your way, enjoy yourself, goodbye. It was so bad, dude.
Dude, I would have handed him some fucking paper towels and be like, hey man, you got something like here all over.
Not so much here, or not so much here, but here.
That's what makes it even better is he had like a handkerchief and he's just dabbing his forehead with it. I'm like, dude,
and it just wasn't doing it.
Yeah, no. And it would like leave the black streaks like behind.
Oh god.
So he was dabbing his forehead and completely unaware that he was fucking looked like an octopus came on his head.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna ink.
Yeah.
You made me ink.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Heck. Yeah, that's jacked, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to have this supervisor that totally had a toupee. Like, we saw it, like, blow up and him, like, catch it one time. Oh, man. We used to fuck with that guy so bad. Like, I was at my peak Loki-esqueness working at that job because I would tell people, like, to do the most, like, weird, fucked up, like, nothing dangerous, but just funny shit to this dude's office, and they would. What the fuck was that, Dusty? Dusty just made the weirdest fucking face out of nowhere.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck, dude?
Liam was
making threw me off, bro.
I'm so sorry. Liam was trying to get my attention and made a weird face, so I did it back, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail that. I'm sorry.
But anyway, the supervisor would be like, oh, man, do you know who put all this toilet paper in my office? Like, we would stack every roll of toilet paper on his desk, on his chair, all like filled up his cubicle with fucking toilet paper. Put a Christmas tree in there, lined a bunch of Christmas tree lights. And he was like, do you know who did this? And I was like, no. Who would do such a thing? And I was like, I don't know, hoodlums. And like, it was all my idea. I legitimately didn't have anything to do with it happening. But he was the real effing deal. That's what we called him. His last name was Real. So we called him the real effing deal. He totally caught me fucking. I was trying to set my fucking? Kind of. He caught me fucking around with my one of the other guys I worked with. We were in the quality department. So I was setting his picture to be like 70s Bush porno, like open vag shot. And he caught me looking at that. And I was like, click, click. And he was like, Matt, not on the work computer. I was like, I'm just fucking with Pete, dude. And he was like, whatever. And just walked away. And I was
so
like,
I think that's a good place to take a break.
Yeah. Some Fandom Limb Media ads coming at you.
Some promos.
All up in your face.
Phantom Limb. Just kidding.
Fandom.
Like Danny
Limb?
Phantom. Danny Fandom. Danny Phantom's kind of a fucked up show if you really think about it.
Oh, yeah. It really is.
So before we go to the break, I got a little nerd fact with you. Which Mortal Kombat character is related to Sabrina, the Teenage Witch?
Oh. What?
Find out after these messages. Bitches.
Bitches.
Bitch. We interrupt program to bring you a breaking news report. Beloved Super Arena co-host Adrian Orknauer is presently being canceled on Twitter.scroll for using the K-word and then stripping nude during a live broadcast. Just goes to show how mighty cagey these knife ears can get when push comes to shove. Hashtag Adrian is over party has already surpassed hashtag Wizard Butts Drive Me Nuts on trending. And by the looks of things, it could very well take the top spot. Orknauer's professional career is dissolving before our very ear holes tonight, people. This thing really picked up a lot of steam, let me tell you. Oh shit, there it is. Number 1 on trending, beating out hashtag RIP Cargon for the top spot. The scrolls are pouring in one after another. These poor delivery owls can hardly keep up. So many scrolls. I'm drowning in the scrolls. We now return you to your regularly scheduled commercials. Today's episode of The Wizard Scroll is brought to you by...
I hate this channel.
No!
Have you ever wondered about films that never made it to the big screen, or even television and streaming services? Well then, the Screenplay Archaeology podcast may be for you. On our show, we take a look at scripts or teleplays that were never produced, or sometimes even early drafts that were significantly changed before or during shooting, as well as the stories behind why they never came to be. Good script or bad, we consider them all to be fair game. So if any of this interests you, then come check out Screenplay Archaeology.
And welcome back to Dad's Doing Nerd What the fuck, Dusty?
What?
What was that?
Nothing?
Fucking
Put the cookie down.
tonguing of like a fucking cork or something.
It's a M&M mini.
I am the click commander.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back to Dad's Doing Nerd Shit. We hope the promos and the Google served ads were to your liking. So
Vagisil.
Preparation H.
Be his and hers. KY.
Ooh, warming gel.
Cooling sensations.
Or hymns.
Hymns?
Yeah, forhims.com.
See, we got this stuff when I was working for GNC. We got this stuff called Hims and Hers, but it was for your hair. And I was like, maybe they should change their name because Hims is dick pills.
Right. So anyways, what Mortal Kombat character is related to Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I have a question before you tell us.
Go ahead.
In which rendition of Mortal Kombat is this person in?
And which rendition of Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Melissa Joan Hart.
Okay.
Ooh, the original.
Yep. And the movie Mortal Kombat.
The original movie?
Oh, so like legit related.
Yes.
I thought you meant like story lore.
Right. That's where I was.
No, like, right. Yeah. No, like they're, no, not legit related. Like it is in the show, like canonically, Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat Annihilation and the original Mortal Kombat movies is related to Sabrina by marriage. He's her uncle.
I could see that.
But he was on there plugging Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, yeah, Shang Tsung fucking is in Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Huh.
And I mean, what the hell's the guy's name? Where is it? Why isn't it? Tell him and nothing. The guy who plays Shang Tsung is fucking awesome. Like Showdown in Little Tokyo with Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren. Like 90s action movie pinnacle right there. You know what I mean? You've got Yakuza, you've got Mac 10s, Crystal Method, gratuitous nudity, and, Carrie Ty getting naked. You can't.
Speaking of 90s and movies, or 80s and movies, I just did a quick search for nerd news just to, kind of jumpstart some conversation.
Sure.
Apparently there is a live action Pac-Man movie in the works.
Is this like Lion King by Disney is live action where it's just a bunch of fucking actors crawling around with CGI shit?
I mean, didn't they already make that with Pixels?
I don't know.
I've never seen Pixels.
I haven't either. I just
the article doesn't really give a whole lot of information. It's just like
we're making a Pac-Man movie.
Or
you'll love it.
Muppets. And
it doesn't say, man.
Muppets in space. I would love to see. I would love to see like a Disney princess alien crossover. You know what I mean? Or like in the 100-acre wood, the predator hunts. It's not much, but fucking predator takes out Eeyore.
Oh man,
that'd be great.
Like a Winnie the Pooh Xeno, that'd be fucking killer.
That'd be so fucking cool. That would be so fucking cool. No, Piglet Xeno, man.
See, I was thinking Piglet Predator, just because of the redundancy.
Yeah, well, I was thinking Predator would be Tigger.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Who would Rabbit
He's got
be?
a taste for blood, and he's out for decay. I don't know.
Rabbit would be the humanization of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because Christopher Robin would be the first one to die.
Yeah,
I think
Rabbit would be the xenomorph.
He'd get the chest buster.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello,
my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Owl would probably get it pretty quick.
Owl, yeah, he's too smart.
He is too. Well, I mean, he could set some traps, maybe take out one or two, but he would be got for sure.
Winnie the Pooh's going to shoot him with that fucking cork thing, and he's just going to get stuck with a fucking...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
His cork gun is the fucking predator laser.
So it's just...
Yeah.
So what crossover do you think... Do you guys think would be fucking awesome? Like nerd crossover, like... Aragorn with a fucking lightsaber. Strider, I mean, Lord of the Rings Aragorn, not fucking lame dragons and shit Aragorn.
It was only lame in the movie. The books were amazing.
That's true. That's true.
Except for the ending.
Well, I mean...
Christopher Paolini and I need to have a conversation.
Let's all just hug it out, guys.
No,
send him an email. Send him an email. Get him on the show.
Dear Christopher Paolini, we need to talk about... Yes.
Your moves are weak, fam.
Christopher Paolini, we need to talk about a few things. Here is a list. 1.
Yes.
Books were great. 2. The movie adaptations sucked. 3. Suck a dick for the ending of the fucking books.
Yeah, dude. I love Mark now. I like penis.
I'm gonna clip that.
And clipped.
Fucking hey, dude! That whole video.
Give me my hat back, Jared. You want to go see Uncle Cracker? If you don't know what we're talking about, you'll figure it out eventually.
Vine.
YouTube.
I don't know the dude's name.
YouTube, so. Your moves are weak.
Yeah, YouTube, your moves are weak. Your moves are weak, fam. That video is so... I don't know. Like, I want to know what kind of... Like, was that meth that guy was on or something? Like, what level of cocaine use was he on? Like, was occurring in those videos?
Freebasing. 100%.
Right. Like, when you read or watch anything of Alice in Wonderland, you're like... That dude was totally on all kinds of like DMT and acid and barbiturates, LSD. Probably. Like, yeah, he was on everything. Like,
psilocybin.
He's chasing his psilocybin fucking sandwich with some peyote chips and fucking LSD.
You're not fam anymore.
What? I'm not your fam? Anyway.
Movie
crossovers, though. I think it would be dope to see Jumanji crossover with just about any horror franchise. Like they end up getting sucked into Death by Daylight or some shit. You know what I mean?
So like Jumanji X.
Yep.
Like,
and you could totally get everybody
cursed board game. There's a cursed, horror genre insert thing.
Yep.
Would it be first Jumanji, where the the
newer
game
ones
comes to life?
Oh, I haven't seen them.
Oh, the older one. The newer ones are pretty solid. I dig the new ones. Yep.
I haven't watched the newer ones. I'll be honest.
Oh man, I think they're pretty great. You don't know what you're missing out on.
I'll get to them.
Yeah, you got a fucking 10-mile long movie list, man.
Right? At least my movie list is only 2 miles long.
I don't. I don't think 10 miles is the correct answer. I think it's a little bit.
No, I'm being nice. It's exponentially longer.
Right. Every time we bring up movies, it grows about a mile and a half.
Yeah, we just added a new one tonight. So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Couple.
Classic Mike Myers movie.
Right.
I know.
You son.
I know,
of a
and
bitch.
I'm a Mike Myers fan.
Son
too.
of a bitch.
I haven't seen it.
I can't believe it, David.
Independence Day. For anybody that doesn't know,
Independence Day.
Walter Cronkite.
I was gonna say we got to find out that dude's name so we can do that bit proper, like Independence Day. Fucking say the guy who David did in Independence Day.
David.
Don't talk to my son that way.
Don't talk to my son that way.
I loved seeing the guy who played Data from Star Trek Next Generation playing the crazy doctor in Independence Day. And then he gets slammed against the fucking shit and as the thing like talks through his brain. Have you guys seen the new Independence Day?
Nope.
I
No
haven't seen it
intention
either.
of doing it. As much as I don't like Will Smith anymore, after, the recent drama.
It's not that I don't like him.
You can't mess with the old Will Smith movies.
Sure.
And again, right, it's not that I don't like him. It's that he handled the situation poorly. Which we all do. We're human.
Sure.
Yes.
I mean, come on. Legit. I mean, sympathy for the devil plea right here from me. If your woman went on national TV and said, I still love this motherfucker who's dead, and there's nobody on this world that will replace him in my eyes, and then somebody fucking talks some shit about your woman.
Oh, and is openly like courting other men while still married to you.
Yeah, man, like, I feel bad that Will Smith became a fucking meme. Like, that meme doesn't make me laugh. It makes me sad. Like, I do feel bad for the dude. Like, that's fucked, man. Like, I want to see him come back in more movies. I'll watch his movies. Fuck Amber Heard. Fuck Ezra Miller. But Will Smith's, he got caught up. Because he was laughing at first, man. We all saw it.
Yeah.
He was cool
and
with it. And then
Jada shot him that one look.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he was like, okay, I got to go slap this motherfucker on motherfucking V.
Yep.
Right.
Although I did hear that they're going to make a sequel to
Wild Wild West.
No.
Going straight to
Wild
Wild West.
What's the one with the zombies?
Oh, I Am Legend. Yes.
I guess they're making a second one, and they're not going to
Robert
recast him,
Neville.
I understand.
They're going to go with the better ending where he did survive.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That was
obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Side note.
Dude, I would watch. Side note.
Judd Hirsch is David.
Oh, yeah.
David.
Independence Day, Judd Hirsch.
David!
Judd Hirsch.
Then we can at least give him credit every time we. David,
Right.
David.
Don't talk to my son that way.
Judd Hirsch, Independence Day.
And don't ask us why that's a thing. That's just always.
It just happened.
It's been a thing.
It has always been a
David.
thing. David. And not just one of us can say it, which is really odd.
Yeah, it's a chain reaction of David's.
David.
Yep.
Judd Hirsch, Independence Day.
To wrap up tonight, we've talked about Predator. We've talked about Predator. We've talked about more Predator. We talked a little bit about MCU.
Winnie the Pooh.
Talked about Predator being in the MCU.
Yeah, we talked about Winnie the Pooh
versus Predator. V Alien. Xenomorph.
V Alien, right. How about we switch gears a little bit and talk about some D&D? David.
Ooh, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. Oh man, Spelljammer landed, and it is shaking things up a little bit.
I mean, we knew it would happen, but it's kind of split the community a little bit.
Right, like space elves. What's a space elf? It's a fucking
elf from space.
No, but it's
Elves
fucking
in space.
What the hell is Spock? I'm drawing a blank now. He's that race of fucking people. Vulcan. Thank you. Yeah, they're just fucking Vulcans.
Yeah,
right.
A space elf is a Vulcan, but you just don't have the rights. Why not? Like, come on, wizards. Like, work something out with fucking whoever the fuck. You know. CW just got bought out. I'm sure they're selling shit left and right there.
Right.
Call them
at
like
Warner Brothers.
Vulcans.
Huh?
Vulcans.
Well, they tried that with hobbits, and they settled on halflings.
Well, that's fucking Tolkien's fucking shit, man. Like they're not letting hobbits go. Like that's his bit. You know, but everybody loves being a halfling, and any DM's gonna let hobbits slide. Like
right.
You know, that's like
not
calling a minotaur a minotaur. Right.
So anyway, Spelljammer is... depends on your canon.
Half-elf dwarf?
Half-elf dwarf?
Yeah, to be hairy.
Be a Klingon. Oh!
So anyway, Spelljammer is D&D in space.
Space. The astral sea.
Right. But the other big news is one D&D.
Yep.
They have announced that Dungeons and Dragons is currently in its 5th edition.
Yep.
They announced 1 day ago, as of recording, that they are no longer going to be putting out editions after this next one.
Right. After the next one.
Right.
We won't do it again. We swear this is the last one. I feel like Dragon Ball Z does that. This is the one where they defeat the enemy, but hey, there's more.
45 episodes is just powering up.
But the next one is less of it's going to be more like 5.5.
Right.
Like 3 and 3.5, right? Like they did some pretty major tweaks, but it was essentially the same system.
Yep. I'm interested to see what they do with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll still check it out. You know, I'm sure at some point we'll check out Spelljammer. You know,
right. I mean, D&D from what we saw is essentially just going to be the legacy version of D&D.
Right. And I think it's going to be cool. I mean, I think it could be. They've got to do something to stay relevant and change. Right. And come on, that's been my complaint for a long time. Now that they own D&D Beyond, it was only a matter of time before it was, you can just get your books here.
Right.
And hopefully, eventually, it's like Marvel Comics where, you bought the book, here's the digital code, enjoy.
Right. It'll be like fucking textbooks in high school. You remember you used to get the fucking digital code too?
Well, we got the CDs. Now we get the digital codes. I didn't see that till I went to college.
Fair.
And they still sent a fucking disc.
Right.
Well, at least it was a CD. We got a floppy. Always opening that fucking thing. No, I am interested though. I would like to play a game of Spelljammer like Event Horizon.
Ooh.
I loved Event Horizon. And kudos, mild spoiler, in Thor Love and Thunder, Jane Foster goes, have you ever seen Event Horizon? And somebody's like, no. And I was like, I fucking love you, Jane Foster.
Good thing we are towards the end of the recording.
That was the funniest thing in the world.
Because you just went Micro Machines Man on us.
Dude, you cut out for like 30, probably like 10 seconds. And then all of a sudden it was just like, catching up. It was the funniest thing in the world, dude. Not going to lie.
Well, Jim disappeared and I was just like, what the fuck? So yeah, we might as well wrap it up.
Might as well before shit hits the fan.
Yeah, wrap your nerd and...
Next week, I want an update.
With it. On what?
Sorry. On if Jim watched any anime.
Oh, Lord, did you? Have you gotten into anything?
Not yet. But before we wrap up, I do have an update about the fundraiser.
Oh, yeah.
Codes for Kids. So, first of all, follow me on TikTok because that's where all of the updates are going. At Jim from Dunkin' Donuts. It used to be Jim from DDNS until I joined Alive and somebody's like, oh, Jim from Dunkin' Donuts? And then it ran away from there. Anyways, I'm Jim from Dunkin' Donuts on TikTok. So that's where all the updates will be. But so I've partnered with GTF Cards, right, that I told you guys about. Mm-hmm. They said that their P.O. box has been flooded with people sending code cards in. Plus a bunch that are going out this week to them. Mm-hmm. And then I went to the proprietor of rockgames.org. You know, she lives right down the road from me, and she gave me 1,249 code cards.
Holy
Damn,
shit.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
And she knows the owner of a site that buys the codes, so reached out to him on our behalf.
Solid.
And there's some stuff in the works with him.
Nice.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Our 10,000 code card goal is potentially smashed.
That's awesome.
And
yeah, it is.
So yeah, more updates forthcoming.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So just grab your friend's nerd and drag it up a tree and rip out its spine. Dangle it while you roar above, your house, the city, a tree. Just dangle your nerd wherever you want. Just let it dangle. Enjoy the dangle. Enjoy the breeze on your dangle.
Ooh.
It's like a spa for your nuts. Or your nerd, sorry.
See? I knew it would happen eventually.
See?
For your nerd nuts. Maybe you're a fan of peanuts. Your nerd is peanuts. That's what I meant.
Your nerd is nuts. Walnuts, chestnuts.
That's what I just motherfucking said, man.
I'm helping you out.
Pay attention.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to roll a one, at least make it funny. God damn it.
All right. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends and family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Again, this week, all of the info for the fundraiser will be in the description, as well as our normal stuff in the link tree.
Yeah.
Thank you to rockgames.org for helping us out with this fundraiser, especially with reaching out and potentially getting us more money per code card.
That'd be cool.
Ooh. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed at this point.
Nice.
So anyways, check out rockgames.org.
Yeah.
Like I've said before, she does more than just Pokemon cards. She does Wise Schwartz. She does MetaZoo. A bunch of other stuff. Share the show with your favorite TikTok content creator.
There you go. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Do it.
Also Dunkin' Donuts. Like, I know somebody from Dunkin' Donuts is listening. I mean, it's guaranteed at this point, right?
Maybe, for sure.
Maybe.
We're trying to get Dunkin' Donuts to also help out with the fundraiser. Just be like, hey, we noticed your fundraiser. Here's blank.
Try the new Dunkin' Spice Latte.
And
I will sell my soul for sponsorship.
I mean, I do enjoy myself a good medium frozen mocha coffee every morning from the D&D. Or D&D.
Motherfucker.
I knew what I meant.
From Dunkin'?
Yes, Dunkin'. The
Dunkin'.
donuts. Dunkin' the donuts.
We'll talk at you next week. David?
David.
Peace.
Take it easy.
Deuces.
Hey, you guys know how the devil measures his drugs?
With a scale?
In pentagrams.
Oh. I actually have a joke for you.
Ooh, let it rip.
What do you call a coffee that has cum in it?
Ugh. Nasty as fuck. I don't know.
An ejaculate.
That's That's worse than the nut nerd, man. I'm proud of you today.
Ejaculate.